There's no excuse for this kind of thing to happen.
Mourning the death of a friend, mauled and killed by 2 dogs. And the woman's 2 next-door neighbors arrested Friday, now released. And many people are wondering how the 2 arrested for reckless homicide are now back home. I'm Cheryl McHenry.
And I'm James Brown. News Center 7's Yuna Lee is live working our top story at 5. Yuna?
James and Cheryl, we've heard from dozens of people who are all wondering the same thing, how these 2 people got released from jail. So we went to get the answer.
Nobody should die that way, one way or the other. And again,
57-year-old Klonda Richey mauled and killed by 2 mastiff mixed breed dogs registered to her next-door neighbor, Julie Custer. Dayton police arrested 25-year-old Custer and 28-year-old Andrew Nason on Friday. But 48 hours later, Custer and Nason were released from jail.
there's no reason it should have ended the way it ended.
University of Dayton law professor and Dayton acting judge Tom Hagel tells us there are reasons why the pair may have been released.
When they release somebody from jail on what's commonly referred to as the 48-hour rule, that doesn't mean the case is over. That doesn't mean that the prosecution is not going forward. It may simply mean that they just need more time to prosecute. Once they get more evidence, if they do, then they can charge them formally.
We contacted the prosecutor's office several times. Late this afternoon, we received this statement. Quote, often 48 hours is simply not sufficient time for the police to conduct a full and complete investigation and to ensure that all the elements of a crime are supported by evidence. We continue to work with and assist the police in this ongoing investigation.
I think the prosecution, for various reasons, wants to get it right the first time, meaning if there is probable cause that a particular crime was committed, they want to make sure that they charge them correctly, that they don't overcharge them or undercharge them so that they would have to change it or dismiss it later.
Lieutenant Wendy Stiver with the Dayton Police Department tells us they have a strong relationship with the prosecutor's office and are both taking this case very seriously. They say they want to make sure they have all possible evidence before moving forward.
The problem with cases that are based on reckless behavior is that you as a prosecutor have to be able to prove that the defendants knew or had very good reason to know that in this case that their dogs were a threat to human beings and then didn't take appropriate actions to protect the public against them.
Now, we did ask police multiple times if and when they knew that formal charges would be expected or approved. They said they could not release that answer. But coming up in a half hour, we'll hear from coroner's office on how exactly Richey died. Reporting live in Dayton, Yuna Lee, News Center 7.
All right, Yuna, the